In today's Weekend Download, advice on coping with renewed and continuing pandemic anxiety. Joining us this morning is Dr. Naomi Torres-Mackie, a psychologist at Lenox Hill Hospital. Thanks so much for being with us this morning. You know, there were hopeful signs we were getting a handle on this pandemic with cases dropping, but then the Delta variant happened. With fears, we're now heading back to square one. What does that do to our psyche?
Sure, yeah. So it can really impact our mental and emotional well-being, especially coming after a period of relative relief about the infection numbers dropping. It can really give you a sense of disappointment. It can feel very frightening in a way that it certainly reminds us we're not in as much control of the pandemic as we hoped that we were. So this loss or sense of loss of control, of uncertainty, there's no normal response, although very common responses we see mentally are makes you feel paralyzed, can make you feel angry, and can certainly make you feel anxious about what's to come.
So what are the signs we or our loved ones might be suffering from this type of anxiety?
Well, I think number one, notice if feelings from last year are starting to resurface. You might be experiencing almost like a Groundhog Day experience. Certainly also look out for what we call perseverative thoughts. So thoughts that won't leave you alone and they make you feel uneasy. Also excessive worrying, difficulty sleeping, even fatigue or difficulty concentrating. Irritability is another sign. And then physical discomfort as well. So anxiety can really bring about tension, headaches, even stomach aches, elevated heart rate, shaking and sweating are all telltale signs of anxiety.
So I guess the question that a lot of people have is, what are ways that you can cope with this?
Absolutely, absolutely. I would say, first of all, focus on the why. So figure out for you what it is exactly about the uncertainty that makes you uneasy, right? So there could be a number of reasons that this uncertainty is uncomfortable, whether or not for you, it's an inability to plan for the future, or maybe it's the fear itself of getting sick. But finding that underlying why for your anxiety is helpful, because usually the closer we look at the monster in the closet or things that make us anxious, the less scary they actually become. Number two, focus on the present. So the future is where uncertainty lives, but the present is certain. And because anxiety really thrives in worries about the future, for example, what will happen with this Delta variant, we can manage that anxiety by focusing on the here and now. So you can do this by practicing mindfulness or even just grounding yourself simply by observing everything that's around you in the present moment. And then number three, focus on what you can control. So uncertainty is usually difficult because it makes you feel out of control. But if you can redirect your thoughts to the small things today that you do have control over, even if it's as simple as what you're going to order or eat for lunch, it can be easier to manage your feelings about the Delta variant and give you back that sense of certainty and control.
Such good advice this morning, Dr. Torres-Mackie. Thank you so much.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.